Okay, gonna give it a minute and get started in a bit. Apologies for the technical issues. Cool. I will get started now, and hopefully people will join. So first of all, just wanted to say happy National Poetry Day and to everyone out there, and just thought I'd get together and share some poems from my new collection, Lockdown, which again is written during the course of the pandemic. It's 100 poems that's all part of the Captain Tom 100. And all the proceeds from sales of the book will go to the Captain Tom Foundation. There's a link in the bio, in the description. So I'll just get into it. So Captain Tom Moore once said, "I would like us all to stand shoulder to shoulder, metaphorically. Let's try not to get downhearted. We will get through this. Whatever is thrown at us, and together we can ensure that tomorrow will be a good day." In March 2020, the UK shut down due to coronavirus arriving and affecting the population. We were told to not go out, to stay indoors, to protect ourselves and others. Lockdown. "You must stay at home," was the message coming through the black box across the length of the room. No meeting friends, no hugging loved ones, no socializing, no more society as we know it. New terms enter our mouths like a foreign language. Social distancing, COVID-19, coronavirus, epidemic, pandemic. New words greeting us without handshakes. Today's currency is toilet rolls and pasta. Trying to consciously avoid frenzied supermarkets. We must stay at home, save lives. One man inspired a nation, gave hope when it was needed most. His efforts and selflessness inspired the population to play their part. Captain Tom. An honorary colonel you are, but you'll always be captain. Your story heard near and far. Not only did you entertain, but you inspired a nation to unite in this difficult time, showing we will not be beat. We will push away frustration, taking one step at a time. This virus we shall defeat. This poem was written in the form of an English ode. Joe Wicks gave everyone an early morning wake-up call with his early morning exercise sessions, aiming to benefit the nation's health during the time of the pandemic. Joe Wicks. Early morning wake-up call with yoga mats and water bottles. No breakfast in bed, no lazy get-up, no making the most of it. Just an alarm reverberating in my dormant ear holes. Short, groggily clinging to legs in front of me. An energetic concoction blends. I'm ready. Light beams from the box with the sound too upbeat for such an early start. My arms, legs, and body move on their own accord, subconsciously waving, shaking, and stretching. 30 minutes feel like 3 hours. Pain soars into muscles, their existence now known. Stiffness longing, effects to be felt, lingering throughout 24 hours. Gingerly sitting in my seat, screen's brightness clearing my awakened mind. The day beckons me onwards. It was like being back at school, relearning how to wash hands and being told new advice to make sure that they're 100% clean. 20 seconds. Rub and scrub the suds, removes mud. Sing in your mind, no virus to find, not limited by time, it's now fine. Clean with a screen, both hands a team, hot water with steam. 1, 2, 3, hands germ free. Clean completely, it only takes 20. Daily briefings took over the evening news, providing statistics and updates on the devastating effects of the pandemic. Daily briefings. 5 p.m, BBC One, BBC News Special. Briefing, numbers, charts, questions, advice, guidance, actions, contingency, alternatives, strategy, communication, impact, longevity, unprecedented. Lanyards were introduced to signify an individual's inability to wear a mask due to a health condition. These were used when outside and in public areas. Sunflowers. Each flower, each petal reveals subtle differences, hidden to the naked eye. A silent and still beacon, signifying to the crowds of challenges being faced. In the last few months, there seem more and more concealed conditions on public display for all. Wearers unchallenged, with silent understanding, hanging around necks like identity cards, disclosing internal data, naked in its revelations. Max Woozy, a 12-year-old from Devon, decided that he would raise money for a local charity by camping out in his backyard during the back garden during the pandemic. To date, he has spent over 680 days in a tent at his home, having raised more than £700,000 to date. Big camp out. Under the stars, under the canvas, cemented in place by metal rods, into the soft turf by the patio. An outdoor adventure awaits. Whatever the weather, whatever the season, this is where he's found his garden. In snow, sun, sleet, wind, or rain, numerous teddy bears for company, and the tales and escapades of Dennis and Nasha. Memories this experience creates will be ingrained across the entire nation with pride. The money raised will help families, friends, and individuals in their final terminal days, knowing their loved ones are being supported and looked after. As each evening draws in and the zipper on the tent is sealed shut, seeing what adventures tomorrow brings. And if you want to find out more and follow, it's at the_boy_in_the_tent on Instagram. The government released a new track and trace system to be able to see the hotspots of the coronavirus and then act accordingly. Track and trace. Big Brother is watching with a protective eye, as city upon city and county upon county are looking at a lockdown. Who has to see whom? Where have you been? Who is tested positive? As the populace heads back out into civilization, monitoring is needed to ensure societal safety. Data pouring in, notifications being sent, households isolating. We were told to wear face masks to provide some protection against the virus. These were worn on public transport, in shops, and other public places. Face masks. Covering, protecting, reassuring. A simple piece of feeble fabric pulled taut across covered cheeks. Breath from lips goes up nostrils, rising to fog up glasses and sight. Worn correctly, it protects others, offering the self a slight shield, barring the virus from invading. Thou shalt not enter. Unmasked. Revealed. The faces of strangers. Disclosed their features. Shown who they are. Demonstrating their differences. Embracing their uniqueness. Signifying their freedom. Conveying liberty. Establishing being inoculated. Unveiling a new dawn. As we were told to work from home, we all had to adjust to new technologies and ways of communicating. You're on mute. Movement reverberates as lips jolt with urgency. Messages lost on tongues. Blank expressions fill expectant faces on screens, awaiting the arrival of your sound, an indication that your contribution is imminent. Crackle, silence. Awkward eeriness takes hold. Eyes not knowing where to look. A bleep comes to the rescue, followed by the exclamation, "You're on mute." Relief grips as realization creeps slowly to action as a button flashes, its digital nakedness obvious to all. Bizarrely, sport still happened, and mostly behind closed doors. We had to find new ways to continue to enjoy the sports that we love. Couch spectator. Bags not searched on entry. Living room doors become turnstiles. The terraces contain coffee tables. Aisle bottoms comforted by sofas. Ears serenaded by surround sound. Drinks served on tap from the kitchen. Pies coming hot from the oven. Cheers and shouts are singular. One lone voice set to inspire. The NHS were under severe strain during the pandemic, and the nation wanted to show their appreciation. So each week, people would gather outside homes and clap and make noise for the NHS and key workers. Clap for the NHS. 8 p.m. Thursday. Pots, pans, wooden spoons. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you, our NHS. We'd be lost if not for you. Clap, clap, clap. Nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals, this one's for you. Clap, clap, clap. Becoming flexible became the norm. Adjustments around the home and lives had to be made. A new version of the everyday created. Flexible working. Work from home if you can. Dining tables became hot desks. A mouse sitting still and proud next to a steaming cup of coffee. Breakout areas in the living room. Silent chitter-chatter, eerie. Walls uncovered in post-it notes. Lunches are found in the fridge. The high street quiet and empty. Conversations now take place over phones and computers. Breaks come and go unnoticed. The end of the day unsignaled. Finishing when the work is done. Obviously, during the pandemic, there was all but no travel internationally. Borders were locked and closed, nobody coming in or going out. No international travel. Grounded, no takeoff, sat on tarmac, waiting on news, destination boards are abandoned, gates closed. Duty free, silent, runways motionless, engines switched off, pilots not in cabins, cabin crew unrequired, refreshments unsold, seats not filled. No holidays, no hotels, no beaches, no drinks, no excursions, no relaxation, no time away. Noah Jones, a young boy from Essex, lockdown art goes global. So Noah's art. Cardboard, the chosen canvas. Its surface provides opportunities to create smiles through images. Bold colours shining through, their shapes formed, brought to life. Collaboration with others, artists renowned and known, apply finishing touches to the paper-like canvas. These pieces displayed for all to see, for all to buy. Funds raised go to the NHS, the Children's Ward of Colchester General Hospital. A thank you to make a difference. To find out more about his collaborations, follow at background_Bob on Instagram. Also on art, Banksy sells a painting for £16 million and donates the money to NHS charity to help raise money for the National Health Service. Wall art. Spider-Man, Batman, abandoned and discarded, left to isolate in a wicker basket bubble. A boy's new hero becomes a nurse whose superpower is just doing their job, helping people in their moment of need. Helpless, vulnerable, his story unknown, but draws real emotions. Paint on a wall, its effect powerful. Funds raised to aid our heroes. Date nights become harder to do, but with that provide an opportunity to go back to basics and appreciate each other's company in a simpler way. Date nights in a movie with curtains drawn closed instead of open. Dinner on lap trays, glasses on a coffee table, seated on a comfy sofa instead of hard chairs. Conversation still happens over a glass of wine. Privacy, it's just us with no interruptions. Romance fills the air, the room and the house. Realization that we should do this more often. Matt Richards was training for the Tokyo Olympics when the pandemic first hit. Back garden Olympian. Lemps from fence to fence, passing the gnomes with their fishing rods. The borders of flowers encouraging insects and bees, their sweet nectar. The wind creates waves, guiding the next flip turn, from front crawl to backstroke, chirping their support, their wings clap in applause, my biggest fans, the birds, cheering me on lap by lap. Pushing and pushing, each lap closer to the podium, exiting the pool to the anthem of the weekly house clean, a towel wrapped around the waist of a swimmer, dreaming of Tokyo. Just wanted to say thank you for tuning in and for hearing some of the poems. I'm just going to finish with one more, which I normally do. It's my poem called Two Hills. You're between two hills, young and enjoying life, taking your time to savor life's little offerings. Embracing the Scot within as Hills cautiously looks on like a newly found babysitter. Don't take being hidden too far now, don't get too cocky. This is a lesson learned and one that needs to be heard, for out there it's a big bad world. Dancing a Scottish jig, your troubles travel and escape out the tips of your toes, expelling a wondrous amount of energy. 15 years on and life has taught you well. Still secluded by two hills and naivety a close friend, you haven't been introduced to fear. To you it's a foreign friend, like another language is to me. Touching and caressing your nerves just as the first kiss with a new lover sends shockwaves up your spine. Planes fly above, oblivious to the societal goings-on within the valley below. The only signs are military personnel staggering emphatically as they wait their way back to the concealed barracks after a night out with the locals, your heart belonging to one of them. We fast forward 25 years and you're out of your comfort zone. You've absconded, left your roots in the Scottish earth you once called home. You're English now, surrounded by tea and scones and making and eating roast dinners while the kids play hopscotch on the pavement. This is the life that you're living. This is the path that you've chosen. At this point, I'm not a thought, I'm a generation away. My life depending on the way that you live yours. There's no regrets, for if you didn't live the way that you did, then my existence would be in peril. Moving on another 20 years, and suddenly I'm part of you, brought into existence. We sit and talk as I eat cereal, and you find your roots within a bottle of Bell's whiskey mixed with Lucasade, as you begin to tell me the stories of your life between two hills. But now you're gone, and it's me who's observed, as decision after decision befalls me. You're between two hills, surveying me, living life. Cool. I'm just going to check if there's any comments or anything. Bear with me. Bear with me for this. I think start this. Start this. Okay, no. Cool. So again, just want to say thanks for tuning in, and happy National Poetry Day once again, and I will catch you soon. Take care.